so I get in there.
Come this way.
There we go.
Come move your chair.
Okay, so I'm going to move my chair. So, Rick Tobin from Lauderdale by the Sea Happenings. I'm over here with Liz at
La
her
Capricciosa.
La Capricciosa.
La Capricciosa.
Okay, so that leads us, that's a great lead in, because Liz and I wanted to talk about all the questions that she gets and maybe here. So the first one, do people ask you about how to spell the name or how to pronounce the name?
Every day. I'm going to have a contest. They also ask what the name means. So basically, La Capricciosa, the reason why we named it La Capricciosa was because La Capricciosa is a very authentic Italian pizza. It's like their go-to pepperoni or cheese pizza, right? And so La Capricciosa is also our top seller. It's a very good cheese pizza. It's topped with baked prosciutto. It has artichokes and olives, calamari olives. So it's a very nice pizza that pairs very nicely with a red wine or a white wine. So that's one of the reasons. La Capricciosa also means in different countries, it means kind of like someone who's rebellious or spoiled or demanding or like a bratty kind of person. So we thought it would be a good personality to give the restaurant.
Is that for the customers or for
However, if you ask Max, he would say, I'm La Capricciosa. But it's not true. It's the pizza. We named it after the pizza.
Okay, terrific. So that leads me into another question.
Yes.
And you mentioned authentic Italian.
Yes.
And we were talking about, people, don't talk about Italian or authentic Italian. What makes something authentic Italian?
So there's a big difference. I was born and raised in New York, so I grew up with the American Italian cuisine, which is amazing. I love my Italian comfort food, my chicken parmesan, my ricotta cheese, all of the sauces and everything. But the difference between American Italian and authentic Italian cuisine, I think, is just the ingredients. So in the authentic Italian kitchen, they don't heavy load it with cheese and sauces and a lot of things. It's more like fresh food placed on it because that theory is that they want you to taste the flavors of the food. So if you cover everything in sauce and cheese, and obviously that's delicious, and garlic and all that stuff, everything kind of tastes like sauce and cheese. They want you to taste the olive, they want you to taste the eggplant, they want you to taste the foods as it is, as a fresh food thing.
So the other thing is, if the chef doesn't speak Italian, that might be a key that it's not authentic. And over here, Massimo's, go ahead.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that Massimo is not gonna have here in the kitchen. So his theory is, if you can't find it in an Italian home, you're not gonna find it here. So the chicken parm is something he doesn't do. Also, he doesn't do the Alfredo, the fettuccine Alfredo.
What's a favorite thing people get?
Here, the eggplant parm is a big favorite. Our beef lasagna is also very, very good. Our speck pinza is very popular. There's a few dishes. I think his risotto is incredible, and everybody's finding out about how good his octopus is as well. So he's got a really good thing with the kitchen. His relationship with the kitchen is good. It's a little violent because he's Italian, but I don't understand Italian, so that's okay.
So you said speck pinza?
The speck pinza is very popular, yes.
Yeah, and I know that's one of my favorites.
Yes.
And so that brings me to another topic. Does anybody ever ask you what pinza is?
Yes, yes.
I knew that.
Yes, everybody asks us for pinza. So pinza is actually a very old Roman technique that for years it's been going in Rome, and it's very simple. The pinza is made out of a flour that has rice, corn, and soy, right? And it's 85% water, so it's very light, it's very airy, it's crunchy on the outside, and it's very soft on the inside. The reason it's called pinza is because in Italian, pressing it like this is called pinzare, right? So it's pressed like this, and this is how Max gets the nooks and crannies, the bubbles, everything in the pizza. It's oval shaped. I would say that it's because the Italians are very picky about everything. And I say that because I'm not Italian. So the Sicilian pizza is square, right? The Napolitana is like a deep dish round. And so the Roman one is oval. So I think they're very particular about their shapes. It's also very hard to make. It takes 72 hours. It's very artisanal. I think that's another reason why a lot of restaurants don't do it.
72 hours?
It takes 72 hours for it to fermentate in different temperatures, different techniques, different things. And so every batch, right before it hits the oven, before it goes to the table, is already started 72 hours before, so it can.
All right, so we're in the back corner of the restaurant. So we are behind us is a really big selection of wines.
Yes.
Tell me about.
Yeah. So that's another thing that Max wanted to focus on a lot. Pairing the foods, authentic Italian food, with authentic Italian wines. Most of our wines are all Italian. We only have 2 or 3 from Argentina and Chile, maybe 2, I think. But he wanted people to taste things in the pairing where it's not like your pharmacy or drugstore wine brand, right? He wants people to taste like really good wine. So over here you'll find a Greco de Tufo, you'll find a Primitivo, which a Primitivo is basically a Red Zinfandel. It's our Red Zinfandel. You'll find Cabernet Sauvignons. You'll find a really good eclectic version of every wine in Italy. He has a great relationship with people in Italy and wineries, and he does a great job selecting the wines he brings.
So we are here actually in between the lunch and the dinner rush.
Yes.
So we're really lucky that I caught Liz, because usually Liz is running around here like crazy. Massimo's in the kitchen running. What are your hours? Tell them what.
Awesome. So we're open from Monday through Sunday from 12 noon to 10 p.m. every day. Our entire menu is available all day. So you could have risotto for lunch, you could have risotto for dinner, you could have a frutti di mare at any time. We don't have like a lunch special, but everything on our menu is always available. We open on holidays, we're open Mother's Day, Easter, every day. So we're always here. We live here now.
And they've got indoor and outdoor dining. So on a nice night, you could sit out there, you could people watch if you want. And we're having really nice weather here. So I tell you guys, I know a lot of people are watching this from all over the world that are in the Lauderdale by the Sea happenings groups. And what do we have? It's about 78 degrees.
So it's about 78 degrees. We have wonderful outdoor seating. We have plenty of room inside. You don't need reservations when you come to the restaurant, unless it's a big party of more than 8 or 10 people where I have to put a few tables together. That's the only time you do need a reservation. Otherwise, the turnaround time isn't so bad. And sometimes you have to wait, but sometimes it's worth it. I mean, Max makes his own dough. He makes his own cheese. He makes his own sauce. He makes everything from scratch. He dedicates a lot of time to the kitchen. He's here from 6 a.m. in the morning, sometimes till 3 a.m. in the morning, just to be very authentic in everything he does. And sometimes I understand the service can fall off the table a little bit, but then when we put the food on the table, it makes up for the bad service. I always tell him that. I say, Max, your food makes up for when I can't keep up. But he does a really great job, and he's very dedicated to the authenticity of his product.
So we tell people here, and I know Liz has been really lucky because she's got good staff here, and but every restaurant, almost every business that I talk to, been struggling staff-wise.
Yes.
And a lot of them with, not just restaurants, supply chain issues. So this is a little off topic here, but, please just be as understanding as you can wherever you go, and be supportive of our local
and Rick,
businesses.
I have to say, this community has been as supportive and as understanding, I think, as it gets. There was one day, one day.
Was that me? Was that me?
There was this one day where I was by myself on the floor. The restaurant was full, and I was having a hard time catching up. Some people didn't show up for work. And a beautiful lady, she was sitting here actually in table 13, and she saw somebody got tired of waiting for us, waiting for me basically to take out the menu. And the lady got up and left. It was a family of 4. They got up and left, and her name is Nancy Bono, which we love. Nancy got up and she ran after them. She said, no, please don't go, stay, here's the menu. She's short-staffed, people didn't show up for work, but trust me, it's worth it. And the family came back, they sat down, I was able to take care of them, they had a great time. That same day, people kind of figured it out that nobody showed up for work, and people were gathering their plates for me and taking them to the kitchen for me, and people were passing around the menus to each other. So this for me was like that one time where I said, okay, we're gonna make it here.
and what a great story, and we love this community. I live in this area, and that's the way people are. People.
It is. It's a very resilient, close, tight, supportive community where people are understanding, and it's just like a fraternity, or like you joined like this awesome family adopted you. I always tell Rick, and I feel like everybody's my mom and dad, because they'll literally come in the store and say, "Why is your open sign not on? Why is this not on? Liz, I was here at 11:59, you weren't here." So they keep me on my toes, but I know it's love. I know it's love, and I know they want us to do good. And when we were closed for those 4 months, we were overwhelmed with messages and support, and it's just been amazing. It's been a really, really good thing.
We're like a cult here, and it's because of you guys out there in the group, and not just the locals, but the travelers from all over the world. I talk to a lot of you. I don't talk to everybody. We got 32,000 people roughly in the group, but people, they love and appreciate this area, and they love and appreciate the businesses, all the local businesses, the businesses of people like you that have worked so hard to stay open and to help people and to do your dream and to help them do their dream, which is often a week's vacation here.
No, it's been very supportive. I mean, Max and I have never owned a restaurant. It was just a spur of a moment, smack in the middle of COVID when everybody was closing restaurants. I was like, I have an idea. Why don't we open a restaurant?
Gutsy move.
And Max was like, I could make pizza. I was like, I could probably sell it. Is it good pizza? He's like, yeah, it's good pizza. And so we just made a few tries, and I said, all right, I think I could build a business around this. And he's doing a great job catching up and keeping up and always evolving and renovating and adding things. And it's just been great because everybody's been part of our growing process. I mean, even you, Matt, even you. When Rick came to the restaurant for the first time, I didn't know who Rick Tobin was. And he sat here, had a meat lovers with his son. His son loved the meat lovers, and he came in and he just offered what he did and everything he did, and it's been very good for us. I mean, he's been a great part of the way we've been able to stay together, grow. I think the way he supports all the local businesses is amazing, because it's not only good for the support, but we're growing so fast. There's so many people moving in. There's so many people staying longer that it's hard for everybody to keep up with who's gone, who's new, who's coming in, who's moving, who's doing this. And you're doing a really great job helping us stay on the map. So
thanks for those kind words. But also, I didn't know that this was how you started this. This was your first restaurant, and it is, boy, it's, I get a lot of calls from people that are talking about their wife makes great lasagna or something like that. They're thinking about opening a restaurant, and I talk them out of it because there is so much more involved than just delivering good food.
I think we're surrounded by that. We're surrounded by great small mom and pop restaurant, great big restaurants. I think one of the keys for everybody that's struggling right now with a small mom and pop restaurant is consistency. Consistency in your product, consistency in your hours, consistency in your service. It doesn't matter if your staff doesn't show up, you show up. Doesn't matter if 3 waiters call out, you wait the table. It doesn't matter if your dishwasher calls out. How many people have seen me washing the dishes? We have a little door here where it's always open, and everybody sees me washing the dishes or waiting the table. Sometimes I'm the food runner. Sometimes we do everything. And so I think that for everyone that's struggling right now with the small mom and pops that don't have all that money to put into all that stuff, just show up every day. Be consistent with your product. Be consistent with your hours. Be consistent with the business. Always remember, whenever you want to quit, I always tell Max, we can't quit. Remember the business plan. Remember the reason why we wanted to open this. Remember what was the vision? What was it that we were? And then he gets back up. He's like, okay. And so we keep pushing forward, and we can't do it without the community that we're in. Absolutely not.
So that's great stuff, and great insight and great advice, and way beyond being applicable to just this restaurant, and something that I wanted Liz to talk about, because that applies to so many businesses. And if you have another business, maybe you're new to business and maybe you're trying to do your dream, rewind that about a couple of minutes and listen to what she said again, because that is applicable to just anything that you're going to do. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it
when
right.
you get tired, learn how to rest. Don't quit. Be consistent. Stay dedicated, and always remember why you started. That is so important. Why you started. Why did you start? What was the dream? What was the vision? Always go back to that. Go back to that, and that'll give you a new perception of where you're at now. It'll kind of, if you're going the wrong way, it'll put you right back on track. So you always have to keep your eyes on the initial dream, the initial vision.
I love it. So talking about the initial vision, our initial vision was, because Liz gets asked like certain questions over and over again, and she wanted to do a video, so we could just she could go to the video and just point out and do like, number one, there's the answer there. No, but what else? What did I miss? What do people ask you about?
A lot of people want to know about the pinza, which is our artisanal pinza, the one that Max makes, that we already went over. The difference between American cuisine and authentic. I mean, I love pizza. I grew up in New York. I had pizza by the slice every day after school with a little, I remember, Italian icy in Astoria, Queens, New York. And I can appreciate that, and I love that. But the difference is just the artisanal crust, the way the cheese is placed, how it's just the fresh ingredients. I think the freshness is what makes it very different. Our hours are the same, from 12 noon to 10 p.m. every day, Monday through Sunday. Yes, Max is always here. I'm always here.
Takeout? You do takeout?
Yeah, we do a lot of takeout. Sometimes the kitchen gets a little bit backed up, but we manage to take out for everybody. We are on Uber Eats, we are on Grubhub if you'd like, if that makes it easier for you. I highly recommend you do takeout and pick it up yourself, because sometimes the drivers are late and the food sits around too long. But if that's okay with you, that's okay with me.
And I see you have some shelves over there, some things, some unique items. And
we have a little market. It's not very big yet, but we have some artisanal pasta, we have sauces, we have pestos. We have a lot of little things that Max, actually our truffle sauce is there, the one he uses for the truffle pinza. We have a few things that he uses in the kitchen that a lot of people ask us for, and he puts it out.
Okay, and I'm going to lean forward while Liz is talking, and just look, if you have any questions that you want to ask, I can see if things come up off the screen, and we'll go on for a couple more seconds. Anything else for favorite dishes?
Favorite dishes, every category has one. The risotto is a big deal over here. Obviously the pizza is the main dish. We have the Capricciosa pizza, the spec pizza, which are our top sellers. We also have white pizzas. That means they don't have any red sauce on them, for the people that can't or don't like the red sauce. You could basically take off or add on anything you like. The flour is a combination of rice, soy, and corn. And so it's less gluten, very, very less than 5% gluten for people that are interested in a less gluten diet. And we have a lot of options for vegans. We have a lot of options for people that are vegetarians. There's a lot of things. The reason why we can do this is because nothing is pre-made. Nothing is pre-made. Max makes everything when you order it. That kind of sets us back a little bit in the service. He takes a little bit longer, but we have to remember it's only one of him and sometimes like 100 of us. So if you want Max to do your food, you have to come with patience. You have to understand that he's the one that makes absolutely every single dish in the restaurant. And in his Italian ways, he would say, it's not fast food. You want fast food, go to McDonald's. That's what he always says.
But I do have to clarify, because the pizza dough that takes 72 hours, he starts that before.
Yeah,
he
those
doesn't wait
batches
until you get here.
No, he doesn't wait until, yes, no.
You don't have to wait 72 hours. So
no.
The last thing, if I didn't miss anything, if I missed anything, let me know. But if not, how did they find you? How do they go online?
No, you go online. We're lacapricciosa.usa.com. We're right next door to BurgerFi. We're also in the same shopping center from Jan's Homemade Candies, which we love Jan very much. We're on Commercial and A1A, 4335 North Ocean Drive. And we're always open. Come in. There's always a table available. The turnaround time isn't so long. And lunchtime is pretty good because lunchtime everything just came out of the oven, obviously.
And you know what? One of the things I like about it is also, besides the great food, great service, great is that it's not too loud at night, and for us old guys, I can actually enjoy the meal and have a nice conversation with my wife or my kids.
Well, that's the idea. We wanted to create a space where people can come, enjoy comfort food. You don't have to get dressed up. It's not loud. It's not rowdy. It's a nice, calm, kind of like going to your family's house, right? You go to your family's house. You decide what you want to eat, you wait for them to make it for you, you sit down, you enjoy a nice bottle of wine or two, and you just eat, and you can have a great charcuterie board while the rest is being made. Everything is nicely paced, and it's very family oriented. I mean, I feel very blessed and grateful that I could say that most of our guests are our friends. They're like family. Everybody comes, they walk in dancing, they give me a hug. They scream at me because my open sign isn't open. I don't know. But it's wonderful. I love it.
So we'll put the contact information into the comments. One thing that I also want to say is we are about a block from the beach. So great if you come here and then you want to stroll the beach, or go over to one of the ice cream shops there, walk around. There's just a ton of stuff to do within walking distance. Shops, you walk over to Coast Boutique or one of the other shops around here, Reflections, and there's a lot of stuff to do around here. So
you could also check the Clipper magazine. Our takeout menu should be in everybody's home now. In the Clipper magazine, we always have a special, a promotion, a coupon, or something. If you're iffy about trying it for the first time, come on in, bring the coupon, bring anything. We'll be happy to take it. I mean, that's why we're putting it out there. Our full takeout menu is available for takeout. So if you're in the mood for a frutti di mare at home, we do that for takeout. Everything is available for takeout.
All right, beautiful. I think we got it all. So that was a long video, but we had a lot of people on there, and then we'll see you around town. Maybe we'll see you over here. Ciao.